Hi, everyone. I know it's been a while, but welcome back to Movie Time with Chris, the channel devoted specifically to movies, movie trailer discussions, movie reviews, movie birthdays, box office results, with some special videos along the way. Now, hey, if that sounds like something that you're into, if you love the trailer discussions, if you want the movie reviews before you check it out at the theater, or hey, if you just love movies, subscribe to this channel. You're going to get all of that great content and then some. Oh, excuse me. Now, I know it's been a while since I've posted. It's probably been over a month. Um, I've been sick. I was in the hospital for a little bit. As you could probably hear in my voice, I'm fighting off a cold. But, some things have happened in between. I did see a few movies. I didn't get a chance to do movie reviews on them, but like I saw Halloween, very disappointed in it. Uh, Honestly, I can't even remember any of the other movies I saw because they had that much of an effect on me. But yesterday, God, was it yesterday? Yes. Whew. Yesterday, the Avengers 4 trailer came out, and I was there like 8:30 in the morning, saw that it came out, was watching it. Saw it a few times and was like, wow. Now, sick or not sick, this is a trailer I think we need to go over and discuss. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through the trailer um almost like scene for scene and kind of break it down my way. Now, I I'm not a big comic book person. Maybe once upon a time I used to be, but I don't really read them, follow storylines. So I'm sure there are things from the whole Infinity Gauntlet comic books that have happened and will affect, this movie, but I didn't read them. I'm not going to take that into account with anything. I'm just going off of what I've seen in the movies and what I see scene for scene. So we're just going to go ahead and basically start talking about this trailer. So, the first scene in the trailer is it shows almost like a half of an Iron Man mask, but not quite. I don't know. It almost looks like a Mark II mask. Um, there's no paint on it. It's missing a whole side of it. But you could tell looking at the left side of the mask that it is an Iron Man mask. You couldn't tell looking at the right side. But yeah, so it starts out showing the mask, and you see a hand come in and kind of, you know, tap it. The screen comes out, and you see it's Tony Stark sitting there, kind of like getting the mask to turn on, um, just so that he can send a recording to Pepper, kind of like what he did in Iron Man 3, where he called the secure server and left her a message. Well, that's what this is. It's just his way of leaving a message for Pepper. Now, if you look at his surroundings, it's funny because a lot of the people that I know that I hang around with, which aren't a lot of people, but different story. Um, they're all saying, "Man, Tony's stuck on Titan now. How's he going to get back? And in my head, I'm like, well, the Guardians of the Galaxy were there on Titan also. Their ship is there. That's how Tony's going to get back. So if you look at this scene, as he's sitting there and the helmet is kind of doing a scan of him, you look at the background and he's in the Guardians ship. So, you know, that's how he got off Titan. Now, maybe he didn't know how to set a course. Maybe there wasn't a lot of fuel. I don't know. Um, but, here in his message, uh, as the trailer goes, he's talking to Pepper and he's basically saying that, he's just drifting in space. And, food and water ran out 4 days ago. And, excuse me, you see him drifting there. And looks like he's drifting past the nebula. LOL. But then, the scene goes and shows him standing there at the window, the windshield, whatever, of the ship, talking about how, his air is probably going to run out tomorrow. So, he's basically leaving a goodbye message to Pepper because he thinks he's done. So, I mean, you don't... It's tough with this because, they've had the photos that were from on set of the movie where it shows him in it with Cap in New York, kind of like the first Avengers, 2012's. So it's like, okay, well, he lives, but they don't show him again in this trailer at all. Maybe that's them trying to hint, maybe not hint, sorry. Maybe that's them trying to like fool you. Like, hey, he's there, but he dies. We all know that's not going to happen. Excuse me, I'm a mess. So then it cuts to the Marvel Studios logo, and you see the whole logo just kind of disintegrating, like everything did with the decimation or the snap, whatever you want to call it. How everything just kind of swooped away into ashes. And we're going to get back to that later on in the trailer, how it starts out with everything just going away. Then it shows this weird-looking Rio de Janeiro totem pole statue thing. It looks like Thanos' armor. Now, if you watch Avengers Infinity War, at the end of the movie, after the snap, when Thanos is walking in like that cabin and he's walking to sit down, as he's walking, if you look in the background of the field, you actually see this big statue thing in front of his cabin, so to speak. So, yeah, I guess this is their way of just saying, hey, we're there with Thanos. We kind of got that, though. The next scene in it is kind of like, Gladiator-esque. Thanos is just walking in like a field, kind of like at the end of Gladiator where Russell Crowe's walking and he's running his hand through the wheat, right? But you see here that the gauntlet is still damaged, messed up, whatever you want to say, from the snap. So, yeah. Next scene, it cuts to the the Avengers facility in upstate New York. And it looks kind of deserted. I guess, maybe it's a holiday or something. Everyone just decided, they weren't going in that day. It was a cut day. I don't know. Um, but yeah, then you see Cap, and he's there crying because, his beard is gone. I guess when Thanos did the snap, his beard went away also. I don't know. Um, I think he looked better with the beard. Marvel was probably like, hey, a lot of little kids can't grow a beard, so let's get rid of that. They don't realize us big kids, hey, we want to dress like Captain America too. I'm too fat for that, but different story. Um, but yeah, here in the trailer, uh, Black Widow is talking about how Thanos succeeded in what he wanted. He successfully uh, got rid of half of all living creatures or beings or whatever. Um, so yeah, it just shows her saying that. Now the next one, I didn't notice the first time I watched the trailer, but I noticed the second time I watched it. You have Bruce Banner sitting here looking at some screens, and the prominent screen in the front is of Scott Lang. So you're like, oh, okay. But if you look off to the side, I mean, it's such a quick thing in the trailer because the screen changes. But excuse me. But you see, Shuri is there. So it's like, whoa, because a lot of people, there's a lot of questions as to who survived, who didn't. And underneath, like the picture where it has their name, uh, there's some red off to the side. And if you really focus on it, you could see you could make out certain letters like a double S and a G, so it's kind of like missing. Um, Now again, they don't know what happened to Ant-Man from Ant-Man and Wasp because they were off in Wakanda, and he was, you know, in, I think it was, what was it, San Francisco. So when the snap happened, he was in the quantum realm. So clearly, if they're trying to find people, they're not going to be able to find him very easily. So they assume that he's missing. But Shuri was there in Wakanda. She was working on Vision. So if they can't find her, I doubt she would run and go into hiding. Um, you know, M'Baku probably took over, and they just figure she's gone just like her brother. But like I said, it's just a quick split second because then the the screen of hers changes and it shows Peter Parker. Now, again, you know, they may not. Yes, Spider Man did get, you know, but there's nothing to say that he went with Tony into space. So, they could just be assuming, so to speak. I mean, we all know that he's gone, but yeah. Anyway, just me thinking out loud. Um, the next scene, they're still talking about how everyone's gone, and everyone has lost something, but it shows the Avengers facility again, and again it just shows that everyone decided to not come into work today. uh, uh, I say this jokingly, but at the same time, statistically it doesn't make sense that of all the people that were there at the facility, that they would all be gone from the snap. So maybe, you know, um, excuse me, maybe some of them did go with the snap. The others are just kind of like, I don't know, mourning. Maybe it's day of bereavement. I don't know, but I just find it hard to believe that there's no one there. So here you have Cap talking about how, we lost, everyone's lost something. It shows Thor still got the fake eye in. He looks pissed, but again, he it's probably more of a regret thing. He failed to save his people on the ship at the end of Thor Ragnarok / beginning of Infinity War. And then Thanos killed Heimdall, and Thor was like, "You're going to die for that." So then comes back, faces Thanos again, hits him in the chest with an axe, and says, "Told you were going to die for that." And Thanos still kills half the people. Thor failed like 2 times with that, 3 times with that, whatever. That's got to be affecting him, especially since Earth was under his protection, and now all these people are dead because of Thanos. Now, the next scene, it shows Nebula. Yips. Not my cat. Nebula from the Guardians. She's also there on the Guardian ship, as you can see in the background. So, again, she was on Titan with Tony. So, she could have decided, hey, I'll get you out of here. They get on the ship and they start to go. And yeah, that's where we are with this. Again, there's no escape pod on it or other pod because Thor and Rocket took it in Infinity War. So this is their only option with this ship. The next scene, I don't know. It just shows a hand kind of, gliding over something, but the hand is blue. And maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't know if they're trying to make you think, oh, this is kind of like that same scene. This is Nebula. But I don't think this is Nebula's hand. Isn't her? It's a right hand. And I thought her right hand was mechanical or robotic or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. This is just, it's just a scene of someone's hand kind of running over something. Again, as Cap is talking about how we lost, friends and family. Now, the next scene, you just see kind of an Assassin's Creed looking character, you know, cleaning a blade off on his sleeve, which, I mean, hey, if you have a sleeve, that's what it's for, right? It's like a napkin. But, excuse me. It then shows Black Widow standing there in the rain with an umbrella. You assume that she's there watching that Assassin's Creed type character, but you know how these studios are with their editing. That could be 2 completely different scenes, but the only reason I say that it could be the same one is because the next scene in the trailer is still focusing on that. It shows the character kind of standing over some guy's body. There's some carnage in the background, a few other bodies, and he's taking off his mask, so unmasking, and sure enough, he turns, and everyone, I'm sure, loses it because it's Hawkeye. So you're like, yes, that Hawkeye survived. He sorry, Hawkeye survived the snap. Now, in this scene, Cap is still talking about how we've all lost something, whether it was friends, family, part of ourselves. I'm wondering, did his family survive? Now, again, statistically speaking, he had 3 kids and him and his wife, so that's 5 people. Technically, if half of the people would be gone, I could see the baby going and 2 other people. Um, so he should still have someone. But other people, my girlfriend, think that statistics thrown out the window, his whole family's gone. And he lost part of himself, like his mind, so to speak, because he's just filled with rage and vengeance. Hold on. Sorry about that. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure where I left off, but looking at the screen, it's showing Hawkeye. So yeah, the whole statistic thing aside, maybe he did lose part of himself. Maybe he did go crazy. Maybe he's just taking his rage out on the world. And, you know, they send Black Widow to get him. Kind of like how in Avengers she's telling Loki how she got on Shield's radar in a bad way and he was sent to kill her. Maybe she's sent to get him, kind of put a stop to what he's doing. But I guess we'll never know until that day comes. Then it just shows, Captain America and Black Widow again in a Quinjet, I'm assuming, talking about how, this fight is going to be the most important fight of their lives, so to speak. Um, then it shows Cap with his compass, shows that they're heading about northeast. And, the one that has the picture of Agent Carter from Captain America, the first Avenger, that little compass that he had. I don't know what it signifies, him thinking about her again. Uh, maybe it goes back to Age of Ultron, where he talks about how, stability and a life, the guy that wanted that went in the ice 75 years ago. And the guy that went in the ice wanted to be with Agent Carter. So maybe it's his way of kind of showing. I mean, they say this is Chris Evans's last um, portrayal of Captain America on his contract. So maybe they're going to play it off as at the end of this movie, he's deciding to kind of hang up his shield and just kind of go and live a life of normalcy, so to speak, trying to enjoy the days that he has, the many, many days that he has ahead of him. Um, Next scene is just, again, Black Widow and Cap. She's just, excuse me, she's just reassuring him, kind of getting him, giving him a prep talk. Hey, this is going to work. And then it shows him, and he's like, well, yeah, I know, because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't. So I don't know what this is. God, I'm sorry, I'm a mess just with the whole not feeling well. Um, I don't know what it is that they're really trying to say here. I don't think they're talking here about what would, I guess, be the climactic end or battle in the movie, just because of the significant lack of characters. So who knows? Maybe this is them going into the quantum realm somehow and going back in time, and who knows? Now, when I had mentioned before about the logo, uh, the Marvel Studios, and then it kind of just disintegrates. This scene here is when they show the title, and it shows Avengers Endgame, but as it's going to that, it's almost like a reverse of the whole disintegration. You have all these tiny little pieces that slowly come back together and make the Avengers logo. Now, is it still the same? No, it's still broken in some way, shape, or form, but it is back and put together. So maybe it's trying to say that, you know, the people that were gone, I mean, we know they're going to come back. Guardians 3, Spider Man, not far from home or far from home, whatever it is, Black Panther 2, these things are going to be, they're either done, they're in the works, they're going to be in the works. So, they're bringing those characters back. But maybe they're not, clearly they're not going to be the same. So maybe that's what this is implying, that the pieces come back together. Yes, the Avengers, it's back, but it's still a little broken. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but hey, what do I know? Now, the next scene is just Scott Lang, Ant-Man. He shows up, he pops up on a screen at what you can assume is the Avengers headquarters. And he's just saying, hey, it's me, Ant-Man. Remember, we met years ago at the airport in Germany. I got really big. Then it shows Captain America and I almost said Scarlet Witch. Wow. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, looking at the screen and him asking, is this an old message? As if he's thinking maybe they just got back from Wakanda and he's thinking while they were gone, because of everything happening, maybe Ant-Man showed up to their headquarters because he knows where it is. He went there and Ant-Man. So maybe he showed up and was looking for them. So he's thinking this might be an old message from before. And she's saying, that's the front door. So, but, when I look at it, when it cuts back to him, it looks like there's a chain on the gate. So maybe that's why no one's at work. Maybe, Captain America and Black Widow just kind of gave everyone the day. He said, hey, you guys go home. And they locked it up. So that's basically the trailer. A lot of questions, obviously. You know, they don't show Captain Marvel at all in the trailer, which you could kind of expect. She's, if people aren't following the movies closely, they may just think, oh, well, there was the Snap Avengers, and now this is the next one in it. They may not consider Captain Marvel as part of it. You'd be surprised how much people don't follow movies. But she's not in the trailer at all. Now, I would think, oh, okay, well, the original 6 Avengers all survived. So they showed Iron Man, they showed Black Widow, they showed Captain America, they showed those 2 a lot. They showed Hawkeye, they showed Banner. Oh my God, who was still out? Oh, and they showed Thor. But Again, they showed a lot of Captain America and Black Widow, so they didn't show a lot of Banner. They didn't show a lot of Thor. Now, from the end of Avengers, you know that Rhodey, War Machine, he survived. They don't show him at all in this trailer. We know that Rocket survived because when Groot goes, Rocket's like, no, and then he's sitting there off to the back um when Captain America kind of rolls over Vision's body and sees that Vision's dead. Rocket's in the background, so you know Rocket survives, but they don't show him at all. And you would think, okay, well, maybe they're just going to show, the 6 Avengers that survived. Well, they show Nebula, so why would they show her and not show Rocket and not show War Machine? From Age of Ultron, you know that War Machine is now an Avenger. So why isn't he at the headquarters with, sorry, with Widow and Cap? Where did he go? Plus, in Infinity War, he's there. So, where are these characters? I get they're showing Ant-Man. How did Ant-Man get out of the quantum realm? He was there, and everyone kind of got snapped away. Does the ghost chick from Ant-Man and Wasp, I can't remember the actual character's name, does she get him out of the quantum realm? Because she kind of phases between. Is Lawrence Fishburne's character still alive? Does he, do it? How does he get out? While he's there, does he find secrets to time travel? And is that why he's here now? Because maybe he found a way to go back in time. Maybe he saw a way to fix it. Maybe Doctor Strange really isn't dead. Maybe Doctor Strange's, astral projection is still around and showed him something. I don't know. There's so many questions. I'm glad that, they didn't bump it up a lot. They bumped it up, a week? The movie was supposed to come out, I think, May 3rd, and it comes out now April 27th. So they bumped up the release date. I'm a little excited for that. It's still kind of far away. We're in December. I still got 4 months, or 4.5 months before this movie comes out. So, they're going to give you, this was a 2.5-minute trailer, but it's like a teaser trailer, so to speak. So, you're going to get one more trailer at least before the movie. I don't want them to give anything away. I just want to maybe see some of the other characters. See Rocket, see War Machine. Hope that you didn't just eliminate those characters from the storyline. But hey, these are all just my thoughts and opinions throughout. I'm sure you probably saw the trailer. Just on the Marvel Entertainment YouTube page, it has over 44 million views over the last day. I'm sure 9 million other sites are probably showing it, so God knows how many views it has. But hey, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts to, what I say. Maybe I'm way off on something. Maybe you know something that I don't from the comics. But hey, comment below. As always, you guys can follow me on Twitter Movie Time with C1, the letter C, the number one. It's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've done any videos or anything, so I haven't posted on there in a while, but hopefully I can get back to posting more, doing my box office predictions, box office recaps, reviews, all that stuff. Try to get more movie reviews in there. Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram, Movie Time with Chris. That's movie_time_with_Chris. Again, you're just going to see the little snippets of things I've already done, like videos. Obviously, I haven't been working on anything just because I've been so sick. But check out the Twitter, check out the Instagram. If you guys like what you see, come back to the channel and subscribe, because you're going to get all of that and then some. Now, I say and then some because if you guys ever have any questions, a topic you want to hear about, a video you want to see, you just want to write to me, make a comment, anything, you guys can always reach me through email, movietimewithchris@gmail.com. I check that email multiple times a day. I won't miss your message. And, your question, the topic you want to hear about, the video you want to see, it will appear on a future video on this channel. I feel, if you're going to actually write to me and watch my videos and be part of my following, I owe it to you to give you what you want. Sick or not sick. I pushed through this one even though I feel like crap, but this is a big trailer. It's a big deal. Everyone's been waiting for this. This one deserved an upload. So, yeah, email me if you got something to say, if you have a request, anything. Now, hey, if you guys enjoy the work that I do, if you enjoy my videos, you guys can always support me on Patreon. I'm going to have the link in the description box below. There were a few videos. I still have the ideas for them that I was going to do exclusively for, my Patreon supporters. I'm holding off on those videos just because I haven't got any supporters yet. But, hey, that's really it for today. Hopefully I can get back into doing this more for you guys. Hopefully my health will improve. But until next time, take care.